Hello and namaste, my friend. In this video, as we continue our spiritual awakening journey, I will summarize the entire spiritual awakening process. Now, of course, all spiritual journeys of awakening are different. Everyone in the whole world is unique, with different karma, delusions, and tendencies, based on an infinite number of factors, such as culture, family beliefs, childhood influences, trauma, and subconscious programs. But these unique differences are all conceptual and ego-based conventionalities. Underlying these differences, as the very source of our existence itself, is an infinite sameness. To realize this sameness, the truth beyond all concepts and ego, is the very process of awakening. Everyone's journey is unique not because the goals are different, or the core of our beings is different, or the truth is different. The journey is unique because our egos are different. They have different programs and operating systems. Your identity as the egoic thinking mind is conventional. It depends on something greater than itself for its existence. Seeking that truth will set you free and raise your level of consciousness. So keep in mind that your journey is unique. Some of the steps and descriptions may occur on your path and some may not. And the order can be sporadic with much back and forth. Have faith that the truth will reveal itself within you as you seek it. Set your intention and prepare to evolve. The beginning of the journey for many in this lifetime will start with suffering of some sort, to a greater or lesser degree, or the recognition of suffering in others. Personal tragedies of loss, illness, challenges, death of someone close, or human catastrophes, such as war or widespread illness, can spark deep feelings within that something is wrong. These life events can shake your worldview. They are a call to wake up. One may experience deep feelings of bewilderment, anger, shame, regret, grief, and confusion. These feelings may cast one into depression, where one experiences all manner of emotional suffering deeply. Classically, this is referred to as the dark night of the soul. This is a necessary step of the process for many. It prepares our minds and hearts for a conscious upgrade. The old must be stripped away to make way for the new. With this conscious awareness of suffering comes some deep questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What is the purpose of life? Why is there evil in the world? Is there a God? And if there is, why is there suffering? Questions such as these trigger a rise in consciousness, and one will begin to ascend from the depths of despair. To ask these questions is extremely powerful, because they are admitting to yourself that you do not know. If possible, at this time, one should surrender all beliefs. If you are going to seek the truth, you might as well start from scratch, for whatever ignorance lingers in the ego will be an obstacle to truth. With the dawn of awakening fueled by suffering and the thirst for knowledge, comes a shift in perspective. You start to see reality differently through the troubles and delusions of society. Unhappy with life and disturbed by the suffering and injustice of an uncaring and unkind world, you begin seeking answers and meaning. This effort is the core of spiritual growth, the quest for wisdom, knowledge, and truth. The Buddha taught that the primary refuge for spiritual seekers was the Dharma, the teachings. And as we are now in the information age, with the advent of the internet, this is the most fortunate time in history for spiritual seekers. Seek, and you will find. At this point, it is extremely beneficial to set an intention. Intend to seek the highest truth. Intend to use the rest of this most precious lifetime to raise your level of consciousness as much as possible. Intend to learn the truth that will be most beneficial to you on your journey. With this intention, motivation, and effort to seeking truth comes inspiration, direction, and guidance. Your inner, higher self is activated in the silence and stillness of your own pristine awareness, your Buddha nature, your soul and spirit. This presence within you will be your guide, your inner guru. Trust your intuition and the unfoldment of your journey as you take in the spiritual teachings. Do not simply intellectually believe in what you read or hear, but contemplate it, meditate on it. Pray for the capacity to comprehend the teachings. Teachers and books will come. Read, read, read. Listen, listen, listen. Contemplate, contemplate, contemplate. Repetition is a key factor in spiritual awakening. The most powerful and true teachings are entirely beyond the egoic thinking mind to comprehend and understand. So rereading books and re-listening to teachings will be very useful and beneficial. Trust that the teachings and teachers you are drawn to are right in the present moment, but the present moment is always changing. See your teachers and teachings not as static, but as a constant flow. The teachings you need at the beginning will not be the same teachings you need in the middle or near the end of your journey. Accept that growth includes change, and have the courage and willingness to let go and move forward. With the dedicated effort of seeking truth will come awareness and breakthroughs. Suffering will ease, and compassion, loving kindness, wisdom, and understanding will grow. You will feel a sense of expansion as old patterns dissolve and awareness emerges. Realizations of the teachings will occur, and your life course may shift in direction as priorities change, attachments are released, and negativities are abandoned. Spiritual principles will become foundational to your being with the growing wisdom of the truth of reality. Understanding enlightenment, salvation, non-duality, the levels of consciousness, pristine awareness, will fill you with spiritual energy and devotion to the task of awakening. But obstacles will arise and are part of the journey. As you begin to raise your level of consciousness, negative events will arise. It is best to accept all negative happenings as one's own karma. See them as opportunities to purify and transcend the delusions and habitual tendencies within the mind. There will be many ups and downs, and sometimes very frequently. These are signs of progress. As we awaken spiritually, karma speeds up to be processed and dissolved, accepted, forgiven, purified, and transcended. Whatever happens on your journey was meant to happen. It is okay. With these setbacks come renewed effort and dedication, craving for something still deeper. While you may have experienced many mental, emotional, and spiritual breakthroughs, they might feel superficial. You want love and joy, but that intention triggers the surfacing of all that obstructs it and prevents its appearance. You begin to crave authenticity, deep spirituality that permeates your whole life and transforms every part of you. Setbacks and stagnation will motivate you and propel you to go in search for more. This leads you to deeper inner work. You are no longer interested in superficial feel-good philosophies or surface practices. The relentless pain and suffering, the negativity of the world motivates you further. You become a serious student of meditation, mindfulness, contemplation, practice, study, surrender, letting go. You now seek only the highest teachings, and if you haven't already, you dive into the teachings of the spiritual masters, such as Jesus, Buddha, and Krishna, who you begin to understand at this level were all teaching the same truth, just in different language and style, to different peoples at different times, with different capacities to comprehend. You see that truth is beyond all religion, and that the greatest teachers were not teaching religion, but eternal and ultimate spiritual truth. Spiritual development is accelerated with increased dedication, commitment, and practice. Negative belief systems are abandoned, spiritual discernment is heightened, goals are set, practices are utilized such as meditation, prayer, discipline, mind training. Negative thoughts are dealt with and overcome. Consciousness grows and experiences arise. Concepts are understood such as ego, mind, soul, God, karma, and spiritual maturity arises with the dawning of true wisdom and realizations. Being spiritual is your natural state, and it's not contrived or superficial. You rededicate your life and purpose to be of benefit to all. As you learn and practice and evolve spiritually, you begin to truly understand the importance of loving kindness. To take your understanding to a deeper level, continue your journey with this video on the screen now, where I answer the question, what is loving kindness? Very powerful. Thank you and namaste.